Good morning. We're going to start our driver media availabilities. We're joined now by Chase Briscoe, driver of the number 60 Nutrichomps Roush Fenway Racing Ford. Good morning, sir. Doing well, Ryan. Or Chase. I don't know why I was always want to call you Ryan. But let's start there, Chase. Talk a little bit about your relationship with Scott Pett and Nutrichomps. They're going to be on your car for 6 races this year. Including tomorrow's My Bariatric Solutions 300.
Yeah, obviously really cool for me. Scott Pett's kind of been with me my whole stock car career, going back to when I was running for Cunningham and the ARCA stuff. We didn't have a sponsor on the car. The Cunningham family was just kind enough to let me drive for them, so the car was just blank, and we had a website posted, chasebriscoe.com, that I want to say launched right before Talladega. And the Scott Pett owners were watching Talladega and looked me up and saw that we didn't have a sponsor. And they were from Indiana. I was from Indiana, and their uncle actually lived 10 minutes from me. So they had heard about me a little bit and literally got a hold of me on my website and just said, hey, we'd love to know what we got to do to sponsor you. And that's where the relationship started, and that was with Big Time. And then Big Time carried over to my dirt midget stuff and sprint car stuff. And now we're on Nutrichomps.
Gotcha. We'll open the floor up to questions. Raise your hand and state your name and affiliation. Go ahead, Chris Knight.
Yeah, Chris Knight, catchfans.com. Chase, can you talk about your new relationship with Stewart Haas Racing? How long did it take to put together, and how can that relationship work with Roush Fenway and vice versa?
Yeah, the Stewart Haas stuff, we've been trying just to figure out how to get me more races Ford has, and, that's why I'm doing the sports car stuff, and then obviously with 12 races with Roush, and the goal is just to try to get me as many races as I can, and that's kind of where the opportunity arose is, the Stewart Haas car was part-time, and they don't really want to run a full schedule by any means, but there was enough time, for me to run, 4 or 5 races, so we've been trying for a while, and it started out, actually, Joe Custer had called me, I want to say, last November or December, and offered me the Talladega race. So I knew I was going to at least race 1, and then it progressed into 4 more. So really excited for that, obviously. Their stuff's really fast right now as well. So I don't know how much Stewart Haas and Roush are going to work together, but I know for me, going to drive for 2 of the best teams is certainly beneficial.
We'll go down front to Lee Spencer.
Can you just talk a little bit about the transition going from trucks to Xfinity? What differences you'd notice, if you've noticed an elevation in the level of talent, and how come you're not racing across the parking lot later on today?
Yeah, I've only gotten to run 1 race, and going into Atlanta, we didn't test anywhere, so just showing up and racing it was a big learning curve for me, and honestly pretty humbling. The Xfinity stuff, they drive so much different from the trucks, just from a downforce standpoint, and how you can get into the corner so much harder with the truck. And it took me a little while to get used to, and I honestly felt like it was going to drive a lot like the ARCA car, and it didn't at all. So, obviously competition-wise, it's tougher every level you go, whether it's trucks, Xfinity, to Cup. It's always going to get tougher, and that's the biggest thing is just the field. In the truck there was probably 8 or 9 guys that can win a race realistically, where here there's 15 guys that could win a race. So it's tougher to run up front, and the pit stops is one thing too. In the truck series, the pit road's pretty spread out, and you can normally get in and out pretty easily, where in the Xfinity deal it's so tight. So it's been a lot of learning. Looking forward to learning here this weekend. And as far as the sprint car deal, I couldn't find a ride. It's a 360, and thought about bringing our stuff, but we don't have a 360 motor.
Jim, we'll go to Jim Utter in front.
Jim Utter, motorsport.com. Chase, has it been difficult this season not racing for a championship and having to do various different things? And are you still working to add even more races to your Xfinity schedule if you can?
Yeah, it's definitely been tough. The whole reason you race is to win championships, and going from the ARCA deal and winning the championship, and then last year in the truck feeling like we had a chance to win the championship, and now to be part-time, it's certainly kind of hard to deal with. And for me, trying to learn the Xfinity deal, it's hard when you race once and then don't race again for a month and a half. It's definitely tough. And then, I got to go do Sebring a couple weeks ago, but then I've had another 3 or 4 week break. And, it's just tough with how the weather's been in the Midwest. I couldn't go race sprint cars because it keeps raining out. So it's really been hard, obviously, to go in and out and jump in and out of different cars. But I think it's going to make you better down the road. And always trying to add more races, whether it's, the truck stuff, the ARCA stuff, Xfinity, whatever it is, always trying to get more races and obviously just up to Ford, whatever they do.
Any more questions? Chris Knight?
Chase, do you think we could see you back in ARCA again before the end of the year?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a possibility, maybe just one race. I don't know. It's honestly up to Ford. I know that my relationship, obviously, with the Cunninghams and Chad Bryant's obviously really good, and I know that they would like me to run one race at least for them, but it's honestly Ford's decision. If it was going to be beneficial to me and the Xfinity stuff, I would do it. But if it's going to be at a track where it's not going to benefit me for the Xfinity car, I don't think there's any reason to do it. But with that being said, I know the one they're doing, I think, would benefit me in the Xfinity stuff. So I know I'm pushing for it. Just up to them at the end of the day.
And last year, 2 top 5s at Texas Motor Speedway, including almost getting that first victory in the June race. So how do you approach this weekend with the Xfinity car, knowing that you had some good experience here in the past?
Yeah, it's honestly, I don't know what to expect. Obviously, with the Xfinity car driving, it's so different from the truck, and this place really, I think, surprised all of us last year when we came back for the fall with how much different it was from the spring. So, with that being said, I don't know how much different it's going to be with the full, winter. So, I think it's going to be very eye-opening in practice, but looking forward to it. I know the 60 guys have really been working hard, and I feel like they've made a lot of gains since I was last in the car in Atlanta. So, hopefully we can have a good run for them.
All right. Well, Chase, thank you for your time. Good luck this weekend.
Yeah, thank you.